la fila fioshu, alanga la fila fuyeye, alanga la ferrekayere, oshunga la fila fuyeye, alanga la fila fioshu, alanga la fila fuyeye, alanga la ferrekayere, oshunga la fila fuyeye, alanga la fila fioshu, alanga la fila fuyeye, alanga la.
Hello everyone, I am Ninty from Ninty's Heart Chakra. I'm sort of kind of seeing, I have another channel, I have Queen Tarot, which is like my spiritual channel, and then this is like my heart chakra, things with dealing with the heart. This particular video is on the karmic soulmate, and I'm seeing how God sort of kind of is working these two channels with me together. I did a reading yesterday, and I just felt it was so important to address this karmic soulmate issue because you do have people out here who's dealing with it. And I have to, telling my experience can help people. That's this whole thing. That's why God has put me, and I've gone through all the things I've gone through, I feel, in life, so I can tell people and teach people, through my experiences, maybe they can learn and be successful, take something from it. So that's my whole purpose for this. I had no intention, no thought that this would even come up now, because I'm starting the actual soulmate series. I have a few series on the Heart Chakra channel, the Inner Child, the Family Healing series, and the Divine Union. So this will be the first addition to the Divine Union series. And it's the karmic soulmate because I picked up that energy. I think it was the water signs I did a reading on yesterday, just in this Gemini season, the presence of the karmic soulmate. And we see that anyway, dealing with just the divine unions, period. But my karmic soulmate, the one thing that I was trying to get the water signs to understand yesterday, that, the karmic soulmate, from my experience, is very much like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? And that's what that showed up in the reading. That person will appear as someone, of course, that you're attracted to, of course, someone that is, you have this pull to this person. There is a soulmate connection here. There is a higher connection. So you are being pulled into this person to clear some kind of karma. That is the whole purpose, okay, for a karmic soulmate, is to, come in to, I feel, to show you your deepest, darkest shadow. That's what my soulmate, my karmic soulmate did for me. Like, I saw my demon, that motherfucker that scared the hell out of me so bad that I had to put it up for good. That's what I feel like, the energy, and a lot of times the energy as well. I feel like the energy is like to come into you. That's how I felt. I felt like this person was trying to end me. The energy and the demon within inside that person would provoke me to the point to where I wanted to kill. And I had never wanted to kill before or after my experience with my karmic soulmate. But this individual would bring me to the point of where I wanted to take a life. His life. That's how bad it was. All right. So, like I said, again, I met this person, older, Gemini energy. So it was automatically that twin. I'm gonna try to come up. I don't know if I really want to put the name. I'm gonna try to come up with a different name because I gave him a name. I gave him like a dual name. Let's say Freddie and Teddy. Freddie was the good twin, and Teddy was the twin that would drive me to that point. Okay, that's just how we'll deal with it. But I would call him. I'd be like, who am I dealing with today, Freddie or Teddy? But like I said, his name is something different. But we'll deal with Freddie and Teddy. So, I met Freddie. Freddie was wonderful. Freddie was, handsome, had the salt pepper, older. I'm thinking wiser. I'm thinking all this stuff. We, worked in the same area, and, we enjoyed each other's company. We enjoyed each other's company. We were soulmates. There was this connection. You know what I'm saying? So it was natural. And then, time went on, everything's good, we're going out, we're excited, we decide, let's take it to the next level. Things sort of kind of worked out to where, the whole moving thing came. We're adults, we should be able to handle this. That's my thinking, you know. Um, so moved in together. Everything was probably good in the move in for the first 3 months, maybe. And then Teddy showed up. Teddy was an alcoholic that Freddie had no signs of Teddy. So I had no idea of Teddy. I had no idea that Teddy was like alcoholic. Okay. Or Freddie had a hidden alcohol problem and became Teddy. However you want to look at it. But anyway, their alcoholism has something to do with it. That was new for me. I had never dealt with an alcoholic. And that gave me a perception to see what people that have to live with an alcoholic, what that is like. And that was I had never in my life gone through this. Ever. From I know the cops pulled up to my house twice, thank God, for me to come get the vehicle. Thank God they didn't want me to be stranded, in my car to be up the street, because most of the time he got caught up the street in walking distance from the house. Just constant jail situations, getting arrested and just doing a lot of things. And then it started beginning to do things to provoke me, like the things that would set me off. Now, I'm already dealing with some anger issues myself. You know what I'm saying? At this point, I'm already a Sag. I already go from 0 to 100. You know what I'm saying? I'm already dealing with some anger issues where I'm in this place of being physically abusive as well. So it was nothing for me to strike out physically. At that point, it was nothing. And I talked about that in the abuse video, inner child abuse, about, just me dealing with, that was the way of abuse coming out of me, was for me to be physically abusive to men. I'm only 5 even. Me and this is not my karmic soulmate, but one of my exes, we got into it. He's like 6'7". And I remember the police officer, when he pulled up, he's looking at me at 5 even, and he's looking at him at 6'7". And he just keeps looking back and forth at both of us. And he's just so confused, because at this point, I think I probably was in the back of the police car. No charges filed. I have a clean record. But like I said, these are the things that had to happen to me to help me get my anger and stuff together. God was trying to be like, look, get it together. Because I would black out. That was my thing. I would black out. And that was my fear with Freddie. I knew Freddie had the ability to make me black out. Not Freddie, Teddy. Teddy had the ability to make me black out. That when I realized that, So like I said, when he was in Teddy, he would, I should probably turn the names around, but anyway, when he was in Teddy's zone, he was alcoholic. He was, just saying things to me, coming at me in this just an attack mode. I was always having to defend myself, verbal attack. It was just not good. So I guess this was karma for some shit, the shit I had been doing too. So, I remember one day, this is when it sort of kind of snapped in my head. The first time it snapped in my head. And I began to sort of kind of see this, what it was. He had done something, I can't remember. But I was hitting him and beating him with like a Swiffer brush. And it had like bent in half. And it hit me. I'm like, man, like he's in his 50s. Like you can't be hitting on his ass like that. If he has a heart attack or something, you're going to jail. And something just came over me and was like, that's the whole plan. That's the whole purpose. And that's when I realized, like, this entity, this being, this demon, whatever that's in Teddy or whatever, is trying to provoke me to kill him so that I would be sitting up black out be somewhere locked up in jail, and I wouldn't be able to do the things that I'm doing today. That was the plan. Okay, so I do feel like a lot of times that karmic soulmate, there is an agenda to end you, to stop that mission from happening. That was his purpose in my life, was to make sure that I didn't do this. I wouldn't be able to do this. That's what I feel that adverse force had come. Okay. All right. That was when it first hit me. And I'm like, okay, now you got to start really getting control of your anger. You know what I'm saying? Because I see he can push you there. Like, I really became knowledgeable. Like, he can really push you there. You know what I'm saying? Like, this man push you there to do some shit. You know what I'm saying? To black out. And then you fucked him up. You're covered in blood. You black out. You know what I'm saying? And you're locked up. I saw that happening. Because he had the ability to take me to that blackout point, to where I was now possessed. You know what I'm saying? And that's the battle I went through in my house, for months. I had to bring in a lot of spiritual stuff. My spirituality got deeper, though, because I'm burning everything now. Every day I'm burning. I'm doing something every day. I want intense battle, spiritual battle, under my roof every day. I'm battling the devil. So I began to get control of myself. I began to get control of my anger. So now, like, the things that would set me off wouldn't set me off anymore. So, of course, his tactic was to try even more and more. I mean, it was just like, the provoking was, it was, and that's how you know it's a karmic soulmate, because he knew the buttons to push me there, to that place, And like I said, it was things just being brought up. I let him disrespect me in ways I had never let a man disrespect me, because I knew, or say things and get away with things. My kids would be like, the hell? They didn't know, they're used, which is not good. It's not a good positive thing, but they were used to seeing me knock a head, you know what I'm saying? Like, buzz a head. So they're not seeing me take this. They were sort of kind of thrown aback. And I hate that I even put my children through this experience, but it's life, it's what happened. But yeah. So then, like I said, things just start getting worse. And then I just, like I said, I just had to start letting my anger. I had to start letting stuff go. Like, I really just started letting stuff go. I didn't even let it affect me at all. I had to get in this place to where I could not allow him to provoke me, to make me angry, to affect me any kind of way with whatever he did. And so that's how I sort of kind of start getting in control of my anger and watching myself with my anger, because I knew, I was afraid of where he would take me. Okay. I was afraid of blacking out and doing something really bad. And then it got to the peak. The peak. I can't remember, like I said, I was doing good. And then I think it was this major thing that set me off. I thought I wasn't doing so well. I thought I was doing good, but then this was showing me, nah, you are not healed yet. Okay. I mean, and I'm talking about whatever this was. I was planning a murder. I was going through my head on how I'm going to do this, what I'm going to do, how I'm going to dispose of the body. Dark. I saw my fucking shadow. I saw my devil. I saw my demon. This man drove me to my demon, to where I'm plotting a murder. His murder. And it wasn't until in my vision, like, I'm like, okay, well, I'm 5 even. There was no way I was going to be able to drag a dead body by myself. So that's where I got stuck. I'm like, okay, now how I'm going to get, the body outside? How? Because, late night. I'm like, I'm out there. I'm going to jail. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to jail because I'm out there. I'm planning his murder. And then I see my kids in the image, in the vision, me and my kids dragging his body out of the back door, like the laundry room out the back. And when I was envisioning this, when I got into that part of the vision, that's when I snapped back. I was like, that's when I saw it. That's when I saw myself. That's when I saw my demon. That's when I was like, what the fuck? Who the fuck? What is going on? How that I'm sitting here planning a murder with my kids as the accomplice? As, where the hell am I? Who the hell am I? What the fuck is going on? That's when I'm like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. This man is trying to make me kill him, to end me, so that I will not be able to fulfill my destiny. That's what I woke up to with my karmic soulmate. And a lot of you may feel that energy. This story that I'm telling, you may can resonate and feel that. And that's why I wanted to tell it. Just whatever it is karmically, you got to deal with it. You can't let them push you there. You got to like control it. Whatever it is, you got to bring it in control. Because that's the karmic lesson, to release it. You know. But yeah, know that these spirits have come to provoke you to a point of your lowest and your darkest, to show you your true shadow. Okay? Keep that in mind. Distance yourself. Don't harm anyone. Like I said, you're going to have to get control of yourself. You're going to have to get control of yourself. You find yourself blacking out, going to a point to where, like, almost to the point of no return with that person, in your anger, in whatever emotion. Like I said, mine was anger. So I can't really see or feel or resonate with anything other than that. But, you know, I'm sure it can manifest in various ways. So whatever that is, it has to be, you got to deal with it. You got to cleanse yourself from it and let it go. Like I said, I began to let him say whatever crazy shit he wanted to say. And it didn't matter to me at all. You know, like, I can't let you do that. I cannot give you the power. I cannot let anyone have the power to take me anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So he was that person that really came to help me control my emotions too, and my anger. So I do appreciate the lesson. I appreciate the experience, because I learned a lot. I was a much better person after it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was that person, that angry person, that abusive person was gone. You know what I'm saying? I haven't done that since. You know what I'm saying? Like, that person was dead. So I do appreciate the experience for that. But I just wanted to explain and show you how a karmic soulmate may show up in your life, and some of the things, the experiences, and the feelings, and some of the purposes of that whole experience. You know, but it is to help purge you of some karmic shit you need to let go of. You know, I was carrying a lot of anger. A lot. You know, but going with it with this karmic soulmate helped me release a lot of stuff when it came to that, and really came in control of my anger. Okay, I hope you were able to take something from that. Like, share, subscribe. You know, anybody going through a whole, you know, situation with a karmic soulmate, you know, my main thing is I don't want people to black out, you know, to be pushed to that lowest, darkest, and act on that. You know what I'm saying? And act from that place and from that energy. So if I can try to avoid and prevent that, that's my whole number one purpose. Well, not my number one purpose, but a good purpose of me even doing this video. Okay? Peace and love to the family. Until next time.